about him and Matt Walker for a great season.
And Lanovich doing all that he can to try to pick up third in the series. It looks like with Walker out, he will pick up one position, but I don't think he's going to be able to get by Short, who sits in fourth right now. That's only 4 points that Lanovich will pick up on him. Not quite enough. He needed 5 more. Stewart, meanwhile, glaze in the tops of those whoop sections.
Well, he's 20 seconds ahead, and there's still 4 laps to go. He is 20 seconds ahead of a very fast KTM rider in Billy Laninovich, and he hasn't let up. He's just looking. He takes a glance over there and sees that it's Matt Walker.
And here's the thing about James. I mean, this really is just kind of a warm-up for him. You know, I mean, probably right about now, he's in the sweet spot of his physical ability to go out and ride the bike to the best of his ability. You know, the first 3 or 4 laps, you're still getting kind of comfortable and warmed up because it's cold out here. Takes a little longer. He could go out there and line up on the 250 class coming up next, and I still think he'd be out there racing for the lead. The kid is just, you know, that's what it's like when you're 16 or 17. He just turned 17. It's unbelievable.
17.
You know, the resilience that you have and the desire that you have, and the things you can get away with.
Oh.
It's not even a white flag. We're nowhere. We got a little ways to go. And he's
2 or 3 laps.
He realizes that's the thing that's cool about him. He absolutely understands that these guys are entertainers. You know, every one of them, and he understands his role as an athlete and to win races, but also to entertain. And his value is just going through the roof with each win.
And that brings me to my next point. Do you see him on Team Green for a long time, or is that?
I tell you
get out
what,
your checkbook, everybody.
Yeah, whatever this kid wants, the factories are going to be forced to pay it. And I'll tell you what, we've seen big contracts going to Reed and Carmichael, and of course Jeremy sort of paved the way for all of that. But there's no question in my mind that Stewart is going to make more money than any rider ever has in this sport. And you know, I mean, my son who's racing may become the benefactor of that one day.
Well, James Stewart has pretty much led this from start to finish. After 1 lap, he had 4 or 5 second lead. Billy Laninovich is left to ride the race of his life, but he's 20 seconds down at the leader. You know, Billy having problems right there on the KTM, but he's a great rider, and it just shows you, we talked about it, James is that much better.
Yeah, they can't get through these whoop sections quite as good, and Billy's done an excellent job of, you know, it's too bad that he got into that with Walker. Walker kind of started it, and then he went back in and finished it. And I think Walker's concentration might have been just a touch off, might have been mad, like, yeah, I'm going to get back up there and show him. And focus was a little bit off, and he went down. I sure hope he's okay. And for Lanovich, you know, still 2 seconds off the pace of Stewart. Now only 1 second as Stewart begins celebrating, but he's pulled away from Sorby, who was getting close there at one point. So Lanovich, you know, I talked to him earlier in the week. He said, I want to get on the podium in the last couple of rounds, and there's another whip.
Well,
and,
James has led 100 of 105 main event laps in the last 7 races, including tonight. So it just shows the domination of James Stewart. I think it's a foregone conclusion that he goes to the 250 class, and what a class that'll be next year if things stand pat with Chad, with Ricky, with James. David Villeman comes back healthy. Kevin Windham, you might want to factor him into that. And then
Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, Travis Pastrana's out there. Ezra Lusk gets things dialed in. I mean, we could have one of the most amazing stacked fields we've ever seen in the world of Supercross.
Yeah, it will be stacked, but I have a feeling that when everything settles, it's going to be James and Ricky and Chad and Villeman, guys that are pretty solid. I think they're going to always end up in the front. And, you know, if I had to put my money on somebody right this moment, I'd have to lay a little more on James. He's just everything's just working for him. He's so young and he's so focused, and he just can't seem to do anything wrong. Last year he had some problems. He came in here and he won this race, no problem.
Look at this.
He had a heck of a time getting here.
Well, this is the white flag lap in the 125 main event from Salt Lake City, Utah. Your leader, James Stewart Jr. The man has already claimed the 125 West title, and he is going to put on a show for the folks here in Salt Lake City. And get the flash bulbs ready.
Here comes a triple. Just a basic heel clicker.
Nah, nothing to it.
Here comes another triple. He was lighting these people up during the warm-up lap.
Oh,
You know, that's not easy to do.
No, I'm not trying to.
The no-hander, I can pull that. I did that when I won my first Supercross. The double fist pump, that's a little tricky.
Double rocks. Well, it's a final charge to the line for 259. The winner of the 125 West main event from Salt Lake City, it is James Bubba Stewart Jr. out of Haines City, Florida. You know what he said? Championship is a championship. They all feel good to me, and they pay the same.
Yeah, I don't think he needs to worry about money much longer. I don't think he's already made more than he ever thought he would. This is just a fairy tale. Here comes Lanovich. Great ride for him. Did what he needed to do. That's like a victory right there.
Well, he's throwing the thumbs down, but I don't know what that means. It's a great move for him, and everyone wants a piece of James Stewart. They want goggles. They want, don't give the helmet away. I know on good record he has never lost in that helmet.
That kid can win without a helmet.
Oh, my gosh. He lost the first Anaheim event, switched helmets, went to the Fox helmet, and he has not lost since. It is Short, though, that does a great job. He gets 4th place. Sorby's in there for 3rd, so it's Stewart, Laninovich, Sorby, Short, and Shane Best with a great finish. And he's doing the Lambeau Leap. What's up with that?
Just up into the crowd. You know, it's awesome. And don't drop that thing, okay?
Do not drop that thing.
He already has once, but, you know, the people come running. They want to get a look at him, a picture, shake his hand, autograph, anything they can do to get close to this kid. And, you know, I've been fortunate enough to be around Michael Jordan a couple of times, and that guy has got a presence that's so difficult to explain, and James is starting to approach that kind of greatness here in this sport.
When we return to Salt Lake City, we'll have official results, plus we'll talk with our winner right after this. And welcome back to Salt Lake City, Utah, at beautiful Rice-Eccles Stadium as we take a look at our Suzuki main results. It's James Stewart, your winner, followed by Billy Laninovich, Eric Sorby, Andrew Short, and Shane Best. Right now, let's send it down to Cameron.
Well, guys, 7 out of 8's not bad. James Stewart would have liked to win them all, but tonight, an unbelievable race, James. The track, a lot of people said, was tough. It really didn't look like it for you.
Nah, Cameron, actually, the track was pretty easy tonight. There's a lot of basic rhythm sections out there. I did one a couple times. This triple on top of the tabletop was pretty good, but, you know, I can't say enough for the fans out here in Salt Lake. This is probably one of my favorite stadiums. Those guys go crazy. And I can't say enough about my team and everybody representing tonight.
Definitely representing, going up in the stands. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do that. It's kind of risky getting mobbed up there.
Yeah, I know the fans, you know, I think I had enough security up there. My boys are back at home. I didn't have no support out there, but, you know, everybody, the fans are awesome. You know, the track, the Dirt Works, Clear Channel. Hey, man, everybody was awesome out there in my team. I can't thank you enough. Thanks, Cameron.
Yee, getting props from the champ. I want to ask you, East-West shootout. Is anybody a player other than James Stewart at this point?
You know, I hope not. You know, I want to go out there and win. I think I'm going to just treat it like the rest of these races. Get a good start, you know. We'll see next weekend.
James Stewart, stoked to win. You would have loved to win them all, but hey, there's still the outdoors to go as well.
All right, thank you, Cameron. As we take a look at our final 125 West Series standings, it is James Stewart the winner. Travis Preston will get 2nd. Andrew Short will claim 3rd. Listen.